Hot off the presses with the new Fuck Stew Show. My name is Dr. Pearls Houston Book, a.k.a. Black Bauer, a.k.a. Red Hefner, a.k.a. Dr. Neil Savage. Snap into a pussy. How you doing, Chuck?
Hot Rod.
A.k.a. Hot Rod or Hot Neils. How you doing, Chuck?
I'm doing pretty good. So right now we're going to be watching the next episode of NXT. It's probably going to be sick as always. And actually, we were getting from one of our fans that the Chuck Stew Show should actually be more sexual, like the Guys We Fucked podcast.
More sexual?
Sexual.
How are two dudes going to make a sexual show?
Oh, I can make this real sexual.
Oh, God.
Talk about sexual subjects.
Oh,
but
God.
we talk about politics, conservative theory,
Conservative what, Chuck? Spit it out.
conspiracy theories, and wrestling. That's the Chuck Stew Show.
That's pretty much the Chuck Stew Show, even though the last couple of weeks we've been strictly wrestling. We haven't even strayed away from
For
that.
the last 5 weeks. This is week number 6 of
And, you guys, if you're friends of us, you already know, we love wrestling, and we have for several years now. And right now, the product on Raw and SmackDown just isn't up to our standards. So we watch NXT, because NXT is up to our standards. Some of our favorite wrestlers either came from NXT or are on NXT right now. So we're just keeping it going. And we're watching the final NXT before NXT TAKEOVer, The End, which is next Wednesday. June 8th. And that is going to be a hell of a show, I can tell you that.
Hell of a show. I'm looking forward to every single match on the fucking card with that one.
Exactly. But NXT just has what we want. They got good wrestling, good story, good characters. Guys that actually want to wrestle, that aren't ashamed of being wrestlers. Unlike the main roster now, who are just superstars.
And I'm just going to put this out there. So the guys from What Culture Wrestling with Adam from England and all his friends from England, they actually started putting out a show where they're filming themselves. Is this a revival?
The revival! The revival are out!
Oh,
turn that shit up, Chuck.
The big schmo.
You have that shirt!
I got that shirt, yes. Go ahead and make fun of me at these parties. I don't give a shit.
Fuck 'em.
I'm for the fucking team.
I gotta tell you right now, this is Dr. Pearls letting you know I'm ready for this. The Revival versus American Alpha for the NXT Tag Championships. That is what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. My God. It's going to be a hell of a match. Hell of a pay-per-view. And they're all going to be on, and right now the Revival are on the mic, so they're going to do a good job just right now.
NXT TakeOver. We, the Revival, are going to take back our tag team titles and become the first ever two-time NXT Tag Team Champions. Exactly. Hey, listen, don't get it twisted, okay? Dash and myself, we have enough gusto, we have enough 40, we got enough decency to admit that the American Alpha, they're great little amateur athletes.
Okay.
This is the big time, and we are the Revival, and we talk heavy and we hit hard, and come TakeOver, that's exactly what we're gonna do. And then Jordan and Gable, maybe they can take their little towel and wipe their tears while they watch us celebrate our new NXT.
Gargano and Ciampa.
No, it's a terrible move.
They're the guys from Ring of Honor.
I don't know who Gargano and Ciampa think they are interrupting these guys. I understand these two got lit last week against the debuting TM61.
As you guys know here on the Chuck Stew Show, we are not a kayfabe program, so we're going to talk as like insiders, basically. And basically what I'm trying to think here, what I'm thinking is good.
Excuse me, hello? Can we help you? Are you lost? What are you doing here?
Your time at the top here in NXT has come and gone. Everybody here already knows that American Alpha is better than you two.
Oh!
You can't beat them, and boys, the way we see it, you can't beat us either.
Oh!
Fight words.
Dash! How cute, huh? Two generic, undersized, bearded guys who think they're something special.
But in reality, they are nothing but good hands.
Oh!
Are they talking about us? Or are you boys talking about yourselves?
Oh!
All right, listen. Enough of the games, enough of disrespect, okay? The renaissance of the tag team division is because of Dash and myself. The renaissance is because of the revival. So I have an idea. How about the two of you go back to your bingo halls and let the top guys handle top guy business, okay?
Oh, we're gonna take care of business. They're gonna take care of business. Are you gonna take care of business the way you took care of business in Dallas?
Oh! Those fighting words.
When you lost?
You think you're funny? At least we can say that we were champions, unlike you, Jamotes.
Jamota, okay.
Here's the deal. When you two have actually ever won anything, then you come see the revival and maybe we'll talk. Maybe. Bye-bye. Bye.
Goodbye.
Top guys coming through, out of the way.
We're getting out the ring now.
We're gonna chuck it.
I want to see him chuck it.
Really classy of Dash and Dawson, letting them leave in one piece.
Oh yeah, all class.
They're pure class. They're top guys doing top guy things.
You know, for two top guys, you sure are running up that ramp pretty fast.
Oh!
Gargano, better watch your mouth.
Johnny Wrestling. Which one is Johnny?
He's one of the Gargano, Johnny Gargano.
Bad mood for weeks.
He's the
and they
bald
might
guy.
just take it out here on Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano.
Oh! Double drop kick. Oh, and the fucking clothesline out of the ring. Hammer fist out of the ring. As you can tell, Gargano and Ciampa they're going for the titles. They want to start a rivalry right now. And you know what? As I was saying before the break, we're not a kayfabe program here, so we will talk as if we are insiders because that is really what we are. We're smart fans. We like good wrestling, chain wrestling. We don't like the gimmick bullshit. We don't like main eventers being thrust down our throats like Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. We don't like that. But I gotta say, looking the way this is developed, it appears that quite possibly American Alpha might be moving up to the main roster soon. I think that they're setting the stage for Gargano and Ciampa to be like the next number one contenders. Oh, and here he is.
With Austin Aries. Next week at NXT TAKEOVER, you'll compete against him. How do you foresee that match going?
Let me see. I think Austin Aries will bow down to the king of strong style.
Wow.
Nakamura very confident 1 week away from NXT TakeOver.
So Dr. Proceed's book, I got a question for you, Dr. Proceed's book.
Yes, sir.
So, let me get your opinion. I went and watched Raw this week, and the Raw that I watched was so bad that I had to fast forward all the way until the end of the fucking show when John Cena came back with Ella Degenerate on his pants, and AJ, along with Anderson and Luke Gallows, went and jumped him. But let me tell you this. To the doctor here, what do you think about the fact that now Stephanie is making Shane boring because she took out with her brother to the ring with New Day, and they had a 30-minute fucking promo to start the show.
You know what?
Think about that?
Honestly, as you guys have known, if you've been listening to our previous episodes, I am not a fan of the McMahons on television, honestly. Shane is really the only one I'm really okay with, and that's just because of, I was in the Attitude Era when Shane was an actual wrestler, and that was good times, and I'm happy seeing Shane back. But I gotta tell you, Stephanie, Triple H, Vince, all those guys, they just don't have it anymore. They need to not be on TV. I personally think it's just like an ego boost for them. Like, they like to see themselves on TV. Like, they like to hear their own voices. They just like themselves they just like to see themselves. And I'm not a fan of it. Stephanie, I think, brings down the production quality of every show she's involved in. Vince is a little too old. He doesn't really have it anymore. Shane is really the guy that needs to be on there. So anytime that Stephanie likes to book herself for large promos in the middle of the shows, that's just not good for me. That's the reason I don't watch, because I'm seeing this shit that Stephanie's doing, and I'm just not a fan of it. So I'm not going to watch the Stephanie promos because I know she's never going to get better. She's never going to change how she is. She just likes hearing her own voice and being on TV. She likes the fucking novelty of it.
Yes.
I don't know if she's doing it for her daughters or something, like, oh, honey, let's see me on TV, like mommy's on TV. I don't give a fuck, Stephanie. You're really shitting on the product that your life has been made to create. Like, your career is based off of this product, and you're shitting it up with your presence. Like, I'm not a fan, I gotta say. But this is why I watch only NXT. I don't watch the main roster. I keep up with the main storylines just for purposes of this show.
Yes.
And just because, I don't know, I like keeping up with it. But in terms of actually watching it, NXT is the only thing that I watch. It's just because I can't stand anything else.
Well, I do actually have some insider news.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Is this Ty Dillinger?
I don't know.
I think that's Ty Dillinger.
Is it muted?
I would sound a little bit low.
Very low, apparently.
So, Dr. Pearl's season book, I actually have some insider news for Cody Rhodes and how he left the company. He asked for his release and he got it.
Yep.
What, it was like 2 weeks ago or this week?
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago, I think.
So, he stated that the straw that broke the camel's back was that he wanted to go back to his original gimmick of dashing Cody Rhodes. To go out of the Stardust gimmick, which I personally believe would not be a good idea, because I have never liked that Randy Orton, Ted DiBiase Jr., and Cody Rhodes, the legacy angle. I did not like that. I didn't like it when he was dashing Cody Rhodes. I thought it was boring. But he wanted to go back to that, and he also had some ideas for the creative team that Vince hired to do things with the Stardust character. And he stated the straw that broke camel's back was he went to a room with the writers, and he tried to explain how he was getting frustrated with his character and how they kept only booking him for house shows, and they split him and Goldust up, and they didn't really do anything with him, and they pretended to be on their computers, and they didn't even acknowledge that he walked in the room to talk to them, and he walked out of the room. So the writers are fucking stupid piece of shit idiots. You don't know what you're doing. You fucking suck for sucking Vince's dick and not willing to take a chance because you want to protect your stupid paycheck, and fuck you for that.
I think the problem here is that, they've been so into the PG thing. They are trying their best to appeal to the children, and there's just like a certain product that Vince wants to see that they just constantly have to support. Whereas in NXT, there's not as large of an audience, and so they can really do what they want to with NXT. They can bring up guys with normal names like Ty Dillinger and fucking this guy who's
Blake Murphy.
Buddy Murphy. This is one half of Blake and Murphy fighting in a singles match. They can do this because NXT, there's a smaller fan base, but they're hardcore fans like us. Like, I'm okay with this as long as these guys are like nobodies. Like, I'm not really following either of them intensely. But if they put on a good match, I'm going to be a fan. Like, if there's no botches during the match, it's good chain wrestling, I'm going to be a fan. Like, right now, this whole sequence here, perfectly executed, that's talent for me. That's what I'm doing. That's what I enjoy. And I think with the product they have on the TV, they're focused more on the entertainment aspect.
Yes.
They're focusing a little too much on it. That's the downside to the PG era, is that it's all about entertainment. Like, they don't even say wrestling on the shows anymore. They don't even say it. Even though the company, they even changed the name of the company. It's no longer World Wrestling Entertainment. It's just WWE. They
Yeah,
don't
you
even
don't
acknowledge
get sick
the
of
wrestling.
Michael Cole saying that 10 times a fucking show you watch.
WWE superstars. They don't call them wrestlers. They call them superstars. They plug Twitter all the time on all the shows, and all you see on NXT is a little hashtag on the top left. It says WWE NXT. That's all they do the whole show, and that's fine. That's how I like it, and because, to be honest, they're just focusing a little too much on the social media aspect, the entertainment aspect, and I get that's what pulls in the dollars, but I mean, you're selling yourself out. It's like your musician, your favorite band selling themselves out, making shitty pop music because it makes more money, but in reality it turns you off on them because their music sucks now, and that's just how it is. That's how I've just slowly accepted the fact that WWE is not going to be the same. I have a subscription to the network. I watch 2000s fucking Raws. I'm not watching the brand new shit. I tried. I gave it a try. I tried Camp WWE. It sucked. I tried the Edge and Christian show. It was garbage. I tried these new shows, and they're not good. So, I mean, I'm an Edge and Christian fan. I'm an Edge and Christian fan. I like them as wrestlers, but not as reality show guys. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
I am the peep.
And I mean, Chuck Stu and Buck Strickland, they are diehard fans of Total Divas. They watch Total Divas. I've seen some Total Divas. It's pretty good. Pretty funny. John Cena's class act on it. Daniel Bryan's funny. But everything else, they just can't put out good programming. I don't like it. I harken back to the good old days when it was the 90s and Attitude Era, and they had the old ECW pay-per-views. Me and Chuck were just watching WCW pay-per-views and laughing at the shittiness of them. Fucking Ernest the Cat Miller coming out dancing with James Brown, and it was like an hour-long segment, and everyone's just appalled the whole time. Like, that's the funny shit for me.
The thing that really just irked me and grinded my gears is the fact that it was shitty dancing. It wasn't like you were watching America's Best Dance Crew, because if you're watching a segment of wrestling that has to have fucking dancing in it, at least have the dancing be somewhat good, where the fans can get behind it, but it wasn't. It was shitty dancing. What's his name? Rick Moranis kept jumping in the air, and the Cat Williams, he was just like doing some two-step bullshit, and it was just completely unentertaining. It's like they were just trying to burn time because they had to fill 4 hours of programming on their shitty Super Brawl program in 2000. There's a reason why WCW went out of business. There is a reason. Mm-hmm. The wrestling sucked for the most part. The storylines were fucking garbage. The finishes of the matches didn't make any sense. They only had a few wrestlers on there, but they're all in their fucking 40s and 50s. There was no up-and-comers like they had the Wall, but that doesn't really count.
The Wall, wow, yeah. If the Wall is your best prospect, you might as well just give up now.
You might as well give up. Ted Turner's rolling and jumping in his grave. All right, let's go ahead and call the match.
I think Ted Turner's still alive here, Chuck.
So they're doing the punches right here. Ty Dillinger is pretty...
I'm impressed with Ty Dillinger. He is one of the guys that has an actual match at the end, TakeOver. He has an actual match. He's fighting a guy that's from Lucha Libre, I believe.
Cool.
So it's a pretty high spot. It's a good spot for him to actually be on the pay-per-view, because the only other matches on the pay-per-view are title matches, and they're like the top people that are probably going to be pulled up. So Ty Dillinger's being pushed, which is good. He's a good fighter. I enjoy his matches. Oh. He did a nice little.
He did a what? He did Sami Zayn's or no? Kevin Owens move.
Kevin Owens.
He like that. And
yeah, well, it's different though. It was kind of like a attitude adjustment into knee. Kevin Owens' move is much more devastating and much more impressive, in my opinion, because he puts him in a suplex and then he drops him down on the back of their neck on his knee. And that looks like they're breaking their neck every fucking time. But Ty Dillinger, great, good. I like how they're pushing him. I think he'll need a better gimmick in the main roster.
Yeah, because they're trying to push him like he's like some type of swimsuit model, and you know how they have to give the points for when they do something. It's like 1 to 10, but he's the 10. Like, yeah, I can understand of that going over on the on a small part. Like, he gets over with people like us.
Yeah, it's like a good for a small promo, but going into the main roster, he's gonna have to change it up.
He's a 10. I get it. It's gonna have to change a little bit. Here we go.
Yeah.
Finn Balor, the man that was the end. Does that mean he's finally going up to the main roster?
He better be. He should have been up.
Is he going to have Vince shit on him? We'll see. We have the benefit of getting shit on by the writers. We will see. We will see this come to pass.
All right, we got an interview here. Samoa Joe, NXT champion, and Finn Balor.
WWE Network, the first ever cage match in NXT. Joe, you'll be defending that NXT championship, but I actually want to start with you, Finn. I want to know what was going through your mind in Lowell, Massachusetts when you were laying in the middle of the ring and you looked up to see Samoa Joe holding what had been your NXT title.
That's a difficult question because, you go your whole career kind of imagining how things are going to unfold, and that was something that I never seen coming. And you always kind of imagine this fairy tale ending, and that was definitely not. Especially in Lowell, Massachusetts, at a house show, how I imagined my world was going to come crumbling down, and I was speechless, man.
Do you have any regrets for accepting that match and putting your championship on the line, especially after how close Joe had come numerous times to beating you for it?
No, never. As champion, that's your job, You fight every night. You defend the title at every opportunity. 290.
Thank you. Are you listening, Vince? Are you listening?
That one day,
Jesus,
I was beaten.
Joe, you came to NXT and you made it known very early that your goal was to become the NXT champion. How are you feeling in Lowell, finally accomplishing your goal?
I felt like I finally accomplished what I came here to do, but more than that, I finally got what I deserved. For all he wants to say about, I'm a champion, I defended my belt, he made me jump through ridiculous hoops to get my shots. I went through Sami Zayn. They put me in some ridiculous battle royal trying to slow down what I was going to do. I had to do everything in my power to get even a shot at this. He talks about, I defended it whenever I had the opportunity. That's not true.
You see, that's
not true.
This is the problem, Joe. You came to NXT with this sense of entitlement that you deserved a title shot.
Entitled?
There's 100 guys. There's 100 guys at the Performance Center training every day that were more deserving of a title shot.
Why aren't they sitting here champion? Why aren't they sitting here champion right now? Who are more deserving than me? There's not a person in NXT that's more deserving than me.
Well, maybe they weren't coming in bitching and screaming like you every day. Complaining to the office, where's my title shot?
Entitlement. It's entitlement when you're not the champion, when you don't win the belt. It's not entitlement. That's called confidence. That's called getting what belongs to me. You've never been able to handle that. You never wanted to give me a true shot. Why'd I have to jump through these hoops? How come when you come to ask me for help, help me in the Dusty Classic, I want to win. And what I do, I back you up. My friend, my brother, my compatriot. And then when I ask for a title shot, sure. And then all of a sudden Regal comes in and you don't fight. You don't try to make the match happen. You know who deserved it. Explain that to me.
I don't know.
Finn, are you the good guy or bad guy?
You came as friends. You guys have been friends for a long time. You've traveled the world together. Where did this all go south? When did this? What
happened to that guy, Joe? What happened to that guy I met 10 years ago? What happened to that guy I went to his wedding? Big Trouble in Panels, Dusty Rhodes Classic. Yeah. You had my back.
No,
apparently.
What happened to the guy that would, actually give a fair shot to somebody who he knows could beat him? Or maybe that's why you didn't give me a fair shot. Maybe that's why you didn't fight to give me the shot that you said you promised me. I mean, everywhere I've been, and trust me, I feel world class. Every area I've gone, I've won championships. I win gold.
You think I haven't went anywhere? Is there something wrong with your memory? I've been traveling full time for 15 years. I spent 6 years in the UK. I spent 8 years in a dojo in Japan. Do you think I'm scared of Samoa Joe? Do you think I'm scared to get in a cage with you?
Yeah, let me ask you this. Who put you in Japan? Huh?
I put myself in Japan with hard work.
Okay, all right. All right.
Whoa!
All right, I want to take you guys back to TakeOver in London, the first time you two met for the championship. And then once again in Dallas. Classic, memorable matches. But you, by your own admittance, Finn, said you didn't beat Samoa Joe, you survived.
You see, everyone keeps saying, Finn, you only survived twice.
Well, you said it, to be fair.
I did survive, but I survived and won. People are going around talking like this was some sort of miracle, some sort of accident that I won.
No, you've never been inside of a steel cage match before, is that correct?
Never.
Do you feel like this puts you at any sort of disadvantage?
I know Joe has.
But I've been at disadvantage.
Well, Finn's never been in like a main promotion.
Was a takeover against Kevin Owens.
So do you feel like you have an advantage coming in?
He knows I do. You know I do. I've been in these matches before. I know what to do. And in a cage, nobody can come in and help affect the outcome. Let's talk about Dallas. Let's talk about me getting busted open, whipping your ass, and then all of a sudden everybody's concerned about my safety. My safety. I wasn't the one sitting there laying on the ground. And all of a sudden I got medical personnel pulling me out of the ring, keeping me from getting at you. I'm beating you. That's what happened in Lowell, and that's what's going to happen in that cage.
My friend, does it worry you with all the success that you've had to this point in NXT and what your career path could take? I mean, let's be honest, I don't think anyone thinks it's out of the realm of possibility to see the Demon headline WrestleMania someday. Do you realize the risk you're putting your career in?
Next year it's going to be happening.
This man?
There's no risk. This is my career. Everyone keeps talking about the future. This is the present. To me, that title is the most important thing in my world right now. I'm not going to save myself for next week or the week after or the week after or years to come. I'm living in the moment. I'm living in the present, and that is everything right now.
You know what this really is? What kind of opportunity this really is? It's an opportunity to show certain people where their place is. Trust me. Trust me. We get in that cage together.
I don't trust you.
Yeah.
I don't trust you for 1 second.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I'm the one. I'm the untrustworthy one.
You're the one that stabbed me in the back.
Yeah, stabbed you in the back. Well, really.
What a friend, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, because I could stab you because you turned your back on me and you were running away. Trust me, I'd be more than happy to shove it into your heart. More than happy.
Damn.
All right, gentlemen, I want to thank you both for your time. I wish you both good luck. 7 days from today.
This is intense.
That's right, Joe. 7 days.
Yeah, 7 days.
Say it, 7 days.
Now,
Enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Oh, face to face off.
The title while it lasts.
Yeah. It's all over. It's all over.
Well, damn. Chuck, how hyped are you?
And do it a little differently. Just a little bit. I think Samoa Joe should have dropped the title, dropped the belt, and said, "What are you gonna do, bitch boy?" And shove him.
Oh, that would have been crazy.
And
What do you
he
think?
doesn't do anything, and then it just ends.
How hyped are you for this cage match?
I'm fucking hot. Usually when it comes to cage matches, I'm actually not as, I guess, like a lot of smart fans like us. We've seen so fucking many of them, but I'm usually not that hyped. But William Regal and Triple H have done such a good job of hyping this match that we've kind of already seen 100 times already since we were both the age of 10 years old. But I really want to see this match. I want to see this go down. Samoa Joe, other than the guy, AJ Styles, carrying TNA, and then got Prince Devitt, now is, Finn Balor, who was carrying the company of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and then you're getting both these guys together to have a phenomenal fucking match, so...
That's true, that's correct. It's gonna
I'm
be
going to take
match.
a shot. I'm going to take a shot.
All right. I gotta say, they're talking about Finn Balor headlining WrestleMania. It definitely is going to happen. Finn Balor is the future. I will watch Raw if Finn Balor's headlining. The only reason I don't really watch is because Roman Reigns is headlining, and I'm not a fan. Personally, going back to Roman Reigns, I think he was thrown down our throats as a main eventer. No one wanted him, and so that's why. So I'm just saying.
Now, Pearl, again, for this last Raw, I had to fast forward through the footage here on. But here's the thing. Once again, you can tell that the boos were muted when Roman Reigns' music hit, and he did that stupid shit where he was talking about, I'm not the good guy, I'm not the bad guy, I'm the guy. You're not anything, Roman Reigns. You will never be anything unless you fucking pump your game up. But I'm just saying, once again, I don't know how many shows in a row already, he got booed out of the fucking arena at Raw. So, what does that say to even the fans who only accept the entertainment aspect of wrestling? What does that say?
Well, I mean, that's all that they're catering to be honest, is the entertainment fans. I've watched some Roman matches, and it's okay, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't call him like... I would much prefer to have a more technical guy be the main guy, but I get it. It doesn't sell. It doesn't sell fucking shirts. It doesn't sell fucking tickets. That's what NXT's for, right? But I don't agree with that personally. But that's how they think. That's how the main office thinks. So he's being pushed down our throats. Now Seth Rollins is back. And let me just tell you, I'm not really a Seth Rollins fan. I get his appeal, but I'm just not a fan of him. I don't think he's got the promo skills to be a main eventer or world champion. Neither does Roman. The man is athletic, I get it, but he's not a good chain wrestler, which is what I think is the... Basically, it's what you need to have to be a good fucking wrestler. You got to be able to put a match together every night that just wows me. If you can't do that, if it's like every couple weeks you put on a match, like, okay, but you're not good enough. Like, you got to get better at it. I feel like every day, if you're a professional wrestler, every day should be spent trying to improve your skills. And honestly, if I watch a Seth Rollins match, I'd say in the next pay-per-view, which is, I don't even know what it is, Money in the Bank or something, and he puts on a good show, yeah, I might become a fan. But right now, there's nobody on the main roster with the exception of Dolph Ziggler that I actually enjoy watching wrestle because no one else can do it. It's all about just the entertainment factor. They don't care whether or not you can string a fucking chain together.
Is it because that we appreciate sports when the kids appreciate entertainment?
That might be. I think, to be honest, we come from an era where most of the wrestlers on the roster were actually good wrestlers, but they also had the entertainment factor. Some of the best guys to ever come in the company debuted during the time we started watching. We're talking about Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, all those guys. Cactus Jack, I can't forget Cactus Jack. All the guys that really all the guys that really made wrestling fit popular in America.
New Age Outlaws.
New Age Outlaws. Like anybody, I can name everybody in the old 2000 WWF. Every match is terrific. Every match. Even the fucking oddities.
ICP.
Yeah, sure.
Dr. Pearls, this is a podcast. So let me ask you something for the fans. Why are you not wearing pants?
I have shorts on. Is that...
Why is Chuck Stu not wearing pants? Isn't it obvious?
Oh my god. Anyway, you guys just missed out on seeing that, but maybe one day we'll have a video.
I twirled my giant dick around.
Okay, yeah. He tried.
Okay, so we haven't called a fucking match yet. Samson is in the ring with Austin Aries, my man, and he... Oh, that was actually a good left... that was a clothesline from the left arm. He's going for a pin, and what I learned in wrestling school at APW back before Roland died, and I was being trained by Roland Alexander, Jekyll, and Jody Christopherson, was if you're you love If
spit it out,
shots hitting me, if the jack's hitting me here, when in doubt, go for a pin. Dr. Bros used to book. How prevalent is that? Because if you fuck up a hold or you fuck up a move and the fans are about to start booing, I guess it would make sense to just go ahead and go for the pin, because the whole point of the match is to make it be billed like it's a fight. For the people who don't understand what kayfabe means.
That's correct. And look at that! Wow, I gotta say, I'm keeping up this streak. Anytime an atomic drop is performed in a match, I'm gonna notify it. I'm gonna note it.
So
and
Dr.
Austin Aries just had just a second.
Okay.
He had like a half suplex. He did an atomic drop into a suplex. I just gotta let you guys know that's what he just did.
Well, Pearls, about 3 weeks ago, you said on the podcast on Chuck Stew that it is a rarity, and it's something that's somewhat, I guess, of a special, because it's so nice to see a wrestler performing an atomic drop, that it's actually becoming so shit.
Wow, that's fast. Let me just tell you guys,
becoming so prevalent with the atomic drop that we're seeing it on every show.
Well, I mean,
on NXT.
On NXT, atomic drop. As if anybody knows wrestling, an atomic drop is basically when you pick up a wrestler, then you drop him back down on his feet. So it's not a sexy move, but it's something that I just rarely see nowadays. Anytime it happens, even especially on a main show, I want to note a bit. Now, Austin Aries, he's very talented. I am a fan of Austin Aries. He's been good since his TNA days when he was underutilized.
Suicide.
He was Suicide. I think he had a TNA championship once. Oh, look at this. Wow.
That's like a Chris Benoit.
That's like a crippler crossface, but upside down. Wow, and he taps.
And
wow.
he taps.
Wow.
And Samson taps. Look
that
at that.
must be a fucking finisher.
You know
wow.
what this means? Sasuke is going to come out right now.
That kind of leads into it. How excited are you match between Shinsuke and Austin Aries? That's going to be a good match.
He did a neck wrench to Samson here, Mr. Bum, and he went into a Northern Lights suplex pin maneuver with the both feet upwards, but he had it around the neck like a crippler, but it was backwards. Okay, so he took off his arm thing. Oh, he did the discus elbow smash, just like my boy.
Chuck Stew's favorite move.
Knee to the head. Look at that. That's like Chris Benoit right there.
He had him in a front. Let's just put
That's Eddie Guerrero right there.
Just to paint a picture for you guys, he had him in a front face lock on the ground. He did a fucking backflip while holding his head into a fucking bridge, and then he pulled back like a fucking crossface. Like, that's talent.
That is. Look at this fucking guy.
Proving it time and time again in this ring. Yeah, that's right. Nakamura. NXT TakeOver. I remove any doubts. I make it official. I am the greatest in this ring. And I will shine the spotlight where it belongs.
Don't boo him.
Austin Aries.
Don't boo him.
So I gotta tell you, fans. I personally believe Austin Aries is gonna be the next NXT champion. While I believe Shinsuke should be the next champion, I think he's just too big for too big for it. Shinsuke is higher than a championship. Honestly, he could just wrestle just regular singles matches the rest of his career, and he'll blow me away. Shinsuke,
yeah.
Austin Aries needs a championship to boost him up a little bit, just because he's a little boring. I have to say, that's the one thing I have about Austin Aries. He doesn't really have a gimmick. He's just like a guy that's a good-ass wrestler, which is okay with me, but I know that's not going to resonate with the fans in the main fucking shows.
He's roughneck. He's a mix of roughneck and technical. Like Lance Storm, he's not going to get over in the main roster. He's a small venue guy, but he's one of the fucking best. Have you ever seen a face lock where it was being applied like as if you're watching a fucking UFC match like what we were seeing before, when Roy Fat Country just fucking lost to Febreze? Have you seen it where he was giving Samson the knees to the head on the ground and then he mixes it up with a crippler crossface, but he puts it in a Northern Lights suplex, not the pin one, just a regular Northern Lights suplex, and he taps. That's talent to me. He had the toes up and everything. I've never seen that submission hold before. That's just a smart fan of me talking, though. That's just me, though. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He needs a better gimmick because Lance Storm was the best in the mid-2000s, early 2000s, but the crowd shit on him. So, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I gotta say, but yeah, I'm excited. I want Austin Aries to be the next champion. Just plainly because I want Shinsuke, Finn, and Samoa Joe to be pushed up to the main roster. I want those three to replace guys like Big Show, Mark Henry, Kane.
I have insider information about Big Show.
What happened?
So, here's that guy you were telling me about.
Yeah, this is the Lucha Adrian Cien, I believe his name is.
Cena?
Taking off the mask, he's fighting in NXT. He's betraying his luchador heritage and taking off his mask.
So Buck Strickland, who was on the show 2 weeks ago, was telling me he's got inside information. He was looking on one of those wrestling websites that's got the inside. Vince has been considering making Big Show have a retirement career match. That's going to be coming up soon. Because he feels Big Show has worn out his welcome, obviously, and that it's time for him to retire.
Andrade Almas.
Now, Pearls, what do you think of Big Show having his career ended, and even the possibility that Mark Henry may also leave?
I think it's about time, honestly.
It's about.
I mean, those guys, no disrespect, they're definitely Hall of Famers. They've been in the company for 20 years each. And they've done a lot of good things. Here's
that match with a Revival.
I just got to say, before this match starts, this nice tag match, we're going to call it. It's going to be good. Big Show and Mark Henry, you've worn out your welcome. Kane, you've just had too many gimmick changes lately. I can't handle it. I can't handle Businessman Kane. I can't handle that. And any time you come back as like the badass Kane, it's like you've been castrated. You're not as good as you used to be.
Kane doesn't fit in PG culture.
He doesn't fit in the PG era because he's supposed to be a monster, but yet he can't be because he's for kids. So he needs to retire too. I mean, you guys are great. Stay on, become fucking managers, become like trainers. That's cool. I don't care, but we just don't want you. We need to make room for some of the new guys. Like the Revival, for instance.
Yes.
Don't get me started on the tag division in fucking the main roster because they need to get rid of every tag team. Almost.
Pearls, what is your opinion? Because about what happened last night. Because me and you went to, I wouldn't say it was a barbecue, more of a glorified kickback last night at a birthday party. And while we were playing beer pong, some of the people at the party were making fun of my shirt that said no flips, just fists on it. And I told those people, it's no flips, just kicking ass. That's what I feel, because what we're watching right here is the equivalent of watching New Japan Pro Wrestling. We're watching a fucking sport. This is not something where there's wrestling in the ring, but the announcers won't announce that it's wrestling. It's the entertainment bullshit. We're not watching acting. We're not watching a movie. It's fucking wrestling. So what do you think about that?
That is exactly my sentiments. I'm a fan of wrestling, a fan of the Revival. They're great wrestlers, great promo guys. They need to be put up to the main roster immediately. Along with American Alpha, they need to rejuvenate the tag division because right now the New Day is suffocating the life out of me. I used to love tag matches. My favorite wrestlers were the Hardys when I was younger. I loved the Hardys. I loved the tag division. But now it hasn't been good for years. And it hasn't been good for years. And I'm just tired of it. So bring these guys up. Bring even Gargano and Ciampa. They're good fucking wrestlers. They're good. You probably need to give them a gimmick, but as long as you don't butcher them, as long as you don't fuck him over like you did with Cody Rhodes, then I'm fine with it.
Breeze.
Don't fuck him over.
And Paige. But, Pearls, would you consider when... What?
I'm going to make some tucky.
Would you consider... Okay, well, I'm going to call this match then. Okay, so that's a hit against the Rush from Dawson, and he was punched to the guy with the back of Johnny Wrestling Bam, right there. That was a Lucha Libre flip. That's two of them right there. A missile drop kick with the right leg hitting Dawson in the face. And then Dash gets in the ring, and then he goes and hits him and does the elbow drop. Oh, look, that's an arm wrench right there by Mr. Johnny Wrestling. That's an arm wrench. Actually, no, that's not Johnny Wrestling. That's a double throw of Dawson. That is a drop toe hold, and then a double drop kick to the back of the head, and then a knee to the back of Dawson's head. 2. He's got like Gangrel Dawson right there, the bald guy with the beard. He's got flames on his shoes, and usually that's corny as shit, especially among the Hicks, but I'm fine with it because it's a revival. I'm sorry, on previous Chuck's U podcasts, I was calling them the Remnants, and I was calling them the Remies, but I'm just saying, this is a really good match. He pushes up against the ropes here. The ref is trying to break it. That's a punch to the right kidney. Mr. Wrestling gives a Ric Flair slap, and that's a slap, and then that's a punch right there. Pearl, let me get your opinion. Would you state, with the state of tag team wrestling, Gangrel and the Brood of Edge and Christian versus the Dudley Boys versus the Hardys after they were the new brood of the Triple Shrek trifecta, Triple Shrek of wrestling. Would you consider that? And I just spilled my drink. Would you on the rug? This rug really tied the room together. Would you consider that that's the best tag team action you've seen?
Oh yeah, I would. Back in the '90s when they had, they had the Hardys, Dudleys, Edge and Christian. They had Billy and Chuck. Even though it was a stupid ass gimmick, they were still good wrestlers. APA, all those good fucking teams.
Midian and Viscera.
Sure, yeah, them too. But I'm just saying, that was the good time. That was back when tag.
They're going to the Download Festival. That's a music festival.
The NXT's awesome.
Yes.
I'm just gotta say, like, that was back when tag wrestling meant something. Now it's kind of just become a gimmick. Right now, the best tag team is the New Day. It's all about unicorns and bootios and trombone shit. Like, it's so stupid. It's so dumb.
Gimmicky.
It's a ridiculous fucking gimmick. And I thought you know what? I gotta tell you, fans, I was excited when I heard about the New Day. I was excited about it. But then they fucked it up by making it stupid. And then I thought they were gonna be like a cool ass.
You thought it was a religious gimmick.
I thought it was a religious gimmick because that's how they booked it. Those guys came out and they had white.
They had all those black women.
They had, the choir. Yeah. They had the white fucking clothes, the white trunks, white pants. I thought it was going to be a religious. I think that's what they originally were going to do, but then like they realized that the dancing and singing thing like worked, and so they just changed it to like a bullshit gimmick.
Yeah, probably.
And that's what they're doing. But the fact that those guys are the tag champions, like. And then who else is in the tag division now? The Usos?
The Dudleys, the Usos, and the Vaudevillains.
The Vaudevillains, Enzo and Cass.
I'm fine. I love Enzo and Cass.
And then they have the fucking club. Carl Anderson and Drew Gallows.
I'm fine with them. They came from New Japan. Well, Lou Gallows was actually Festus before he joined the Straight Edge Society, and Anderson is completely a new guy from Japan.
Yeah.
This is an ankle wrench. This is giving homage to Kurt Angle, even though it wasn't the ankle lock. It was an ankle wrench. So, it looks like Dash has been putting a pin right there. That's a pin.
He was about to go for a figure 4, though, which is talented.
Going for a figure 4. Have you noticed, Pearls, that in that movie, Ready to Rumble, that the main guy, I don't know what his name is because he's a shitty actor, but when he was going for the figure 4 in the scene with the bus, that he actually grabbed the wrong leg for the figure 4.
Really?
Yes.
Well, technically, you could do the figure 4 either way, depending on what hand you are. If you're left-handed, you'll probably grab the right leg, whereas the traditional way to do it is grab the left leg and then wrap around. So it's like left leg's on. Well, you can do it the other way. Depends on what your preference is.
Well, he was using his left hand on the left leg, so he would twist into nothing. Instead of twisting to both legs.
So he's twisting it the wrong way.
The wrong way. That's what he was doing to one of the main characters. It wasn't DDP.
That's strength, dude. So I gotta
Are you
say,
cooking food?
I'm preheating the oven. We're gonna put it in the oven tonight. It's gonna.
We
be
have
good.
not have any commercials. We're already at 49 minutes. We want to give a shout out as a commercial break really quick to Mexican food.
Del Monte.
Del Monte. You guys know how to make some taquitos because it's some of the best drunk food that I've ever had.
This is the highest honor Del Monte gives.
If you guys both get in a squared circle and chuck it with Taco Bell, I wouldn't know who to bet on.
Exactly. I gotta say, watching this match, the Revival's definitely piquing my interest. They're doing a great job with the quick tags, keeping Gargano or Ciampa away from Gargano. Johnny wrestling, there's the hot tag. Johnny wrestling's in the match. Clothesline, another clothesline. Fucking Dawson doesn't know what he's doing. Oh, double knees to the chest. Irish whip.
Yes,
reverse.
but Pearls, is it that you like the Revival doing a really good job, or is it Mucho and Gargano doing a really good job in selling the moves?
They're both doing a great job.
They're both selling the moves.
They're both selling the moves, and they're both fucking doing the moves correctly. Look at that through the fucking ropes. Man, that's both of these
Dash
teams.
gets them out.
I gotta tell you, I know that Gargano and Ciampa, they were big in Ring of Honor, like big in the Indies. The Revival, I don't think they were a tag team before NXT, but they're fucking talented. This is tag wrestling.
Yes, I'm fine with this. I'm fine.
This is tag wrestling.
This is good shit. That was a little botch right there. But you have seen, I've shown you the video, Pearls, in the Botchamania compilation 3 weeks ago, that Dash and Dawson actually executed their tag team move, and when it was executed properly, they screamed at the crowd, "How's that for Botchamania, you idiots?" So this team never really botches. I think it was just that match.
Yeah.
We're talking about American Alpha and the Revival. They don't fucking botch anything.
They don't. That match is gonna be class all the way. I'm probably gonna be. I'm going out on a limb right now. I can say that the NXT Takeover pay-per-view in 3 days is gonna be the best pay-per-view we're gonna.
It's probably gonna be better than WrestleMania.
It's gonna be the best one we've seen all year. I'm calling it right now. We're halfway through the year. It's June 4th today. Look at that. Superplex into a pin.
Into a scoop. And he won the match.
Wow.
Johnny Wrestling won the match.
See, this is just in reinforcing what I was saying. How Johnny Wrestling.
And they're saying, "Fuck you, we're the best." They're putting over the new tag team, but they're saying, "Fuck you" after the match. We can beat American Alpha.
Is American Alpha going to come out right now?
Wrestling.
Is American Alpha going to come out right now and make the save? That'd be a good face thing to do right now.
You better make the save, Gable and Hall.
Jordan. Hall and Gable.
You better make the save, bitch. The guy's wearing an NWO shirt in the crowd.
But yeah, this just reinforces the fact that I was saying that I think that Gargano and Ciampa, they're going to be the next number one contenders.
Yeah.
I think they're pushing American Alpha up to the main roster, which is sorely needed.
Yes.
Honestly, give them the belts the first night. I don't give a fuck.
I'm sorry to all the people listening to our show.
Did you see that?
No, what was that?
Just go rewind it. Rewind that shit.
I'm just saying to all the people that may get offended on what I'm about to say right here, but I really think the Dudleys need to leave.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. They are honestly they're just shells of their former selves.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not their fault. It's Vince for booking them.
Bad booking.
It's bad booking. Vince brought them back for a cheap pop for like the smart fans like us, which is great when they started, but they haven't done anything with them yet.
Yeah,
they just lost matches.
Bubba's face.
Yeah, they can't. The problem is that the Dudleys gimmick that they had back in the day doesn't also work with PG.
No, it does not.
The Dudleys have always been kind of like a PG-13 tag team.
They've been an R-rated tag team like an ECW.
Even since WECW, I think Vince, personally, I'm pretty sure you guys know this, but I think Vince does his best to bury any team that's not his own team.
Yeah, if it's not homegrown, he says, fuck it.
Yeah, so if you came from ECW, if you came from Ring of Honor, especially if you came from TNA, if you came from TNA, you're not going to get anywhere. I'm sorry.
Or WCW.
Or WCW. AJ Styles, right now you're already seeing the beginnings of the shitty booking because they put him in title matches. Look at this match right here.
Oh, shit.
That's awesome.
So that was a
man.
lift up into a 3D, but it was Carlito's.
Yeah, and then it was a fucking
double.
It was more of a code breaker.
Code breaker.
A knee to the face, not the back breaker.
No, yeah, it wasn't the back. It wasn't the move that ended your career.
Yeah.
But it was the.
My wrestling career was ended by backstabber, folks.
Yes, Project.
What are they doing now?
Big Cass.
He's holding on to the left knee. Wait a minute. Oh! Oh! American Alpha, you're making the save! You're making the save!
Yeah, you got that shirt.
I got that shirt!
Yes, American. Oh, that's a spear from Dash. Look at that. Yeah, she's that's fucking hammer fist right there.
Oh my God! Oh, they're brawling. They're brawling.
MMA tackle right there from Gable. That was it looks like he's about to choke him out right there. He threw him right there. He threw Dawson over his head. Look at that. He's going to give a German double
German suplex. Oh my God! Yeah! Yeah!
Yes. One man won the All-American tournaments in college, and one man won a gold medal in wrestling. Both of our country, they are American Alpha.
They are the future of wrestling. I have not been this excited for a tag team.
I think the
years.
Revival is about to also, just a little bit later, it's going to be the future. Get more time.
Personally,
in the future.
I think that the Revival are probably going to steal the titles, maybe even as early as next week at Dallas. And then they're going to move on, and they're going to be pushed up too. That's going to be, man, oh. I've never been this excited. I can't recall a time I've been this excited about a pay-per-view or a tag match.
Yes, of course.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
Look at this shit. All right, so Chuck Steele, we are brought to you by GoPro, and that is some camera that you can push a button on. And no matter what weather you're in, even if you're inside of a tornado 100 feet in the air, that thing's going to work for you. You can record baseball games. You can record your sons or your daughters' basketball games. You can record the wrestling matches that you go to at dojos for your kids. You can record anything, and all the shit you're not going to watch, you can record with that. So, that's what I'm... Oh, and beer? Hey, this is a Budweiser commercial. Hey, fuck Budweiser. How about you people buy Hornsby? How about that instead?
Yeah, support local brews like Hornsby who are struggling because everybody else buys the bullshit, corporate bullshit like Coors and Bud. Don't buy that shit. Buy the Hornsby. It tastes better alcohol content. Why are you wasting your time with the bullshit Coors when Hornsby doesn't even give you a hangover?
No.
We drink tons of Hornsby every night and never a hangover. So
never. Fuck Baby Metal. Baby Metal's a baby bitch.
He's just racist and also sexist. He doesn't like that they're women, he doesn't like that they're Asian.
I don't want to fuck those kids.
And here we are with the official contract sign.
For Nia Jax and
Asuka. The women's title.
For the NXT Women's Championship. It will take place on June the 8th at TAKEOVER. I'd like to introduce you to the challenger, Nia Jax.
Bailey out of the equation 2 weeks ago, was put into a triple threat match last week by the general manager. She defeated Alexa Bliss and Carmella to earn the number one contender's opportunity.
Well, let's call it what it actually was. It wasn't just defeat, it was domination. That's all Nia Jax knows how to do is dominate. She's done it since she arrived here, and now she finds herself in this situation. And now the champion, Asuka. Could be said about the women's champion Asuka. Since she arrived here, nothing has been able to stop her.
Asuka and Nia Jax, they've been sizing each other up for quite some time. Inevitable in a lot of ways. Asuka, the undefeated NXT Women's Champion, using the back down, showing no
Cody in the face of Nia Jax last week. Yeah, but conversely, you have never seen anything resembling fear in the face of Nia Jax. She's not scared of Asuka. She's seen what she can do like we all have, but nothing scares Nia.
Asuka, you debuted here in NXT 9 months ago. And at NXT TakeOver Dallas 2 months ago when you defeated Bayley. You have gone on to prove that you are an incredibly...
Everyone has been running scared from you for months now. Why? You haven't done anything impressive. You kicked some girls in the head. So what? You beat Bayley? I broke Bayley.
Oh.
I broke the heart and soul of NXT. Just like I'm gonna break you.
Is she the Tommy Dreamer of NXT?
You call yourself the Empress of Tomorrow? You've never faced anyone like me. Because there is no one like me. I'm not like everyone else. I am the future. And I'm not scared of you.
What do you think of your girl's promo skills?
She needs a little work, but just a little bit.
A little bit.
She's almost like there, like phenomenally.
Talk too much.
Ooh.
I wonder.
I can't speak Japanese.
If you are not scared of me, you should be.
Ooh.
I wonder if Shinsuke and Asuka fucked. I bet they did.
Oh shit, they're fucking chucking it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Just landed the women's champion.
Would that constitute head trauma?
Nia Jax vowed to Asuka last week, if you come this close to me once again, I will put you down.
Wow, they've been having the women's the storyline as the main event.
The NXT Women's Championship at NXT TakeOver, the end.
That was our entire episode of the Chuck Sue Show. It always goes by too quick when we're watching wrestling. Once again, I am your host, Chuck Stew. I am the Stewiest, and for all the Chuck Stewians that watch the show, we'd like to say thank you, which we still have none a year later, so fuck you. And also, as the co-host, as always, my personal doctor, the man who gives me tubal morphine, Dr. Pearls, Houston Buck.
I keep him medicated and I keep him sane. We appreciate you listening, even if it's only one of you. Probably me. It'll probably be me signing in my own YouTube account and listening. And probably commenting, but we say fuck you all the same.
Fuck you all the same. Good night.